RCR wants to talk to Tyler Reddick about 2023. As we already know, the public issue between Reddick and RCR was when Reddick announced his departure from 23XI Racing. But now it is said that RCR is suddenly willing to enter into a conversation with Reddick. Let's quickly see what all of this is like. Hello NASCARians and welcome back to NASCAR Zone. Before we really get started on this interesting topic, let me say a big thank you for your trust in our channel. If you aren't part of our NASCAR family, then subscribe quickly and become a member. Let's get started soon. Someone on Richards Racing shoulders reportedly said that Childress is very upset with Reddick and wants to get rid of him immediately, prompting RCR to respond that the timing of this declaration couldn't be worse. Since Richard has promised to keep his word and race for Richard Childress Racing in 2023, we can assume that this date will come no later than the end of that year. While the team intends to honor Reddick's deal before he reaches the 23XI and 2024 scores, the episode suggests that Reddick is unsure about the team's plans for the upcoming season. When Richard Childress Racing hired Kyle Busch, one of the biggest questions was what they would do with Tyler Reddick. Childress set the record straight, claiming that Reddick will not be moving anywhere until 2024.
Tyler will be in the car at RCR next year.
In the 8 car. Okay.
This prompted some uncertainty. Both sides have reached an agreement on the 2023 option, and they will continue to honor the obligations they made. If 23XI Racing wants to bring Reddick over, they will have to buy him out first, which does not appear to be in the cards at this time. 23XI has confessed that they went ahead and signed this arrangement with Reddick in order to get a head start on preparing for his arrival. They have no interest in buying him out early, and they have no plans to add a third full-time automobile to their stable of vehicles. All of the aforementioned options are no longer viable. They admitted that bringing the team in for the 2021 season, but announcing it in October of the previous year, was a hasty decision. It was a speedy move on Kurt Busch's part to acquire a second car a year later. They would be able to take a deep breath and make this plan work if they made the announcement that Reddick would be joining the team in January 2024 and July 2022. But why did the plan got changed? Or are both sides trying to be tough? RCR says that they will get a third team and a third charter. He doesn't have to be paid to go away. 23XI doesn't have either, and they say they don't need to. They'll still give him a year from now. Unfortunately for Reddick, it looks like he will be moved to a third team just to make this deal go through. Remember that RCR used to have 3 charters, and Childress has confirmed that they'll get one back. How? Let's see.
Childress Racing team consists of 3 charter cup teams in 2023.
Yes, we will have 3 charters.
And Tyler Reddick will drive that other charter team? And Tyler Reddick will drive for that other charter team?
Yes.
Thank you.
Childress says that Reddick is only here for one more season and that he is thinking about the long term. Busch is just down the road from here. Childress said that he pushed Reddick to the site because he wasn't looking for a one-year deal. He wants to put together a good team for the future. He thinks the best solution is to put Reddick in another car since his contract is only for one more year and sign Kyle to a long-term deal. It was an easy choice. Childress said that he and Reddick didn't talk about this until this morning.
Tyler Reddick, I met with him about an hour ago, and I explained to him that he wasn't going to drive the 8 car next year. We've got a contract for him to drive for RCR next year. I wanted to talk to him before this official announcement. I know there's been a lot of word and rumor out there, but I met with him about an hour ago. And I'd just like to close with
what Reddick said didn't seem to have any negative effect on the season, even though he clearly means that feelings were hurt.
Nothing had really changed from the announcement other than, knowing where I'm going to be in the next, year and a half. My commitment level, if anything, probably is a little bit higher, but we're not talking like it's a significant amount higher. I just know that we've had time to continue to work on our cars and make them better and grow as a team and go the right direction. And now it's like, all right, we have a hard, we have like a hard stop. This is the end of the road that we have together. And for me, that puts, I think, a good amount of pressure on me to just keep finding more, because we're always trying to bring the best that we can to the racetrack. But when we know that the end is, well, I mean, it's not really close, but I mean, we know when it's going to be. We got to take advantage of every single moment possible. And I feel like, at least for me, it's a good thing. It really makes me push hard, and I think it's making the team push hard. We're all really working really hard together to give it every last ounce that we have out there and win as many races as we can.
What do you think of the situation around Reddick and RCR? Let us know in the comments below. And if you find our video interesting, then do subscribe to our channel. Now, there are some people who are of the opinion that he is most likely just playing around with the media. Let's take as an example the situation around Ricciardo in Formula One. Originally, they were supposed to be together until the end of the current year. He claims he'll be with the club until 2023, but he can always buy out of his contract if he changes his mind. In other words, Kane was under contract with Hendrick Motorsports until the end of 2018, but he was let go from the team at the end of 2017, proving that even though it is extremely unusual, situations like this can and do arise. When you consider that RCR is unhappy, Richard is unhappy with Reddick and wants him gone as soon as possible, and that there is a driver like Kyle Busch who is available and willing to take a pay cut, it's clear that something is amiss. Now that he is no longer under contract with Joe Gibbs, he should be more affordable than when he was there. If you sign Kyle Busch, you get Kyle Busch, all of the talents he brings, and a possible pipeline to Rich Childress through Kyle Busch Motorsports. The same goes for Kylie. Just to make sure that everyone is on the same page, we want to make it clear that it will most likely come down to a competition between RCR and a colleague from another team. We won't be seeing him at Joey Gibbs Racing. And if you find our video interesting, then do subscribe to our channel. The fact that Tyler Reddick made that statement gives us the impression that he is still unsure about whether or not he will be driving for the team. This is something that we continue to believe to be the case. We have said it, and we know that others have said it too. Next year is going to be different. If Reddick moves to the 18 and Busch moves to the number 8, the way we see it, if Cables isn't coming back and Reddick can drive a Toyota, then there's no reason to wait. If we're going to replace Ty Gibbs with a more suitable driver for the 18 car, it makes sense to give that job to Reddick. We are referring to Ty Gibbs, who is an outstanding race car driver. However, we do not want him to compete in the Cup Series the following season. Even though he's getting a lot of starts in the 23 car these days, we believe he'd be rushed if he went full-time next season. Having Reddick drive the number 18 car in 2023 will help him transition into his new home at 2311 Racing in 2024. What do you think? Will Reddick go to RCR or the colleague? Let us know in the comments below. So, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more of our incredible videos. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.